Hello and welcome to Rev Sports. I'm Gargi Raut, and joining me today for this conversation is Ishan Shahane, Snehashish Mukherjee, and Shubhayan Chakrabarti. Tonight, in the ninth match of the Women's Premier League 2024, we're going to see RCB face off against Mumbai Indians, both in very, very strong form, both going on a roll. But Shubhayan, I'd like to go to you first. Smriti Mandhana versus Harmanpreet Kaur, the two Indian captains, and both are doing very, very well. You know, who do you think can come out victorious tonight looking at the past performances?
See, going by the trend, Mumbai Indians have won the toss and have opted to field first, so that
Oh,
automatically places them
that's
as
illegal.
one of the favorites to win this one. The trend has been like that.
Yeah.
So clearly, the toss advantage is in Mumbai Indians' favor, but due to it being RCB and Chinnaswamy Stadium, as I said in the last RCB game, that the crowd is automatically pushing RCB to do well, to do better than last season, and we are seeing in that performances. Of course, the last match was an aberration. They lost pretty convincingly against Delhi Capitals, but I
UP
think
Warriors.
they have all the UP Warriors, but they have all the ingredients to cement their legacy and win perhaps their first ever trophy. I'm talking about RCB, first ever trophy in terms of T20 tournament in India, men or women.
And Snehashish, I mean, like Shubhayan said, the trend has been that whoever wins the toss has been winning so far, except I think like one or two matches where it's been against the toss. But
Gargi,
even,
just to interrupt you,
yeah.
just to interrupt you. Nat Silver Brunt
Oh,
is
yeah.
leading again.
Okay.
So I
Is
think
leading
that
again. So no Harmanpreet.
that injury that we saw from Harmanpreet Kaur, I think it was a
Yeah.
hamstring strain or something.
Might be serious.
It might be a serious injury. So that's a bit of cause of concern for Mumbai Indians as well as the Indian team. But Snehashish, coming back to the conversation, the trend winning the toss and RCB in the last match as well had been put to bat first and lost that match. Tonight also the same thing is happening.
And as Shubhamda said, that chasing is easy because it is happening in Chinnaswamy, and we know that the ground is small and all. But when you have to chase like 190, 200, that will not be an easy task because you have to score like from the ball number one, you have to score like a 10, 9.5 or 10 runs per over. So that will not be an easy case. And yes, in the yesterday's game, you saw that Sriti Mandana had a brilliant start, and RCB was going at a good rate, when compared to the asking rate or what you can say. But the wicket, you have to keep the wickets also to score some crucial 50, 60 run in the last 5, 6 overs. So I think that is the main problem again. Might happen with RCB. I think that is the challenge. They need to work out in this match because now after the toss they are going to chase again. So I think that will be a crucial point again in today's match.
And Ishan, I think Shabnim Ismail is coming back. I think she wasn't in the last match because of a niggle. She wasn't included, but we saw her performing really well in the two matches that she played. She's
Not playing.
not playing. You're on mute.
She's not playing?
Okay, okay. She's on the side. Okay, okay, okay. I
Okay.
thought. Anyway, another miss for Mumbai Indians. Then Harmanpreet Kaur as well as Shabnim Ismail, one of their two best performers. How do you think it will turn out tonight?
Yeah, it's always a big blow, I feel, Gagi. If two of your main performers aren't in the playing 11, then it's definitely going to hurt the side's chances. So, obviously, you want to play your best 11, and you can't help it because injuries tend to happen, and it's unfortunate, but it's going to hurt the Mumbai Indians for sure because this RCB side is looking really strong as well. And even in the last game, Smriti Mandhana's quick fire 75, I think she managed getting, which was just outstanding. So obviously she is in good rhythm, and the RCB team is playing their strongest 11. So if you're looking at both teams on paper at the moment, the RCB team might have that edge with Harmanpreet not present. But having said that, it's a T20 game. At the end of the day, it can be anyone's night if it has to be. So I think Mumbai Indians will be backing their players once again, and it's going to be interesting to see which team eventually comes up.
When you look at the last match, Shubhayan, what do you think? Where do you think RCB went wrong? Because it's not like they don't have the firepower when it comes to batting. Sabineni Meghna has been doing well, so has Smriti Mandhana, Sophie Devine, and the rest of the batting lineup as well. Richa Ghosh, not to mention. You're on mute, Shubhayan.
Yeah, sorry. So, firstly, Delhi Capitals in the last match posted a huge total, 195. It was the total for RCB, which is
Yeah.
never easy to chase, regardless of the gender. So, 195 is always a steep target, but they got off to a decent start. Smriti Mandana was on fire. But after that, if you see their trend, Sophie Devine took some time to get going, scored 20 odd in 17 deliveries. But after that, their middle order, they promoted Sabinani Meghna in place of Elise Perry. They could have promoted Richa Ghosh there at number three and continued to attack, but they held back Richa Ghosh, which again she scored around 20 runs in a decent pace, but you require a lot bigger knock of 50, 60, of 30 deliveries, 40 deliveries just to push for that 195 total. But the RCB batters never got going in that chase, and otherwise, if you look at the kind of finish Delhi Capitals provided in that match, getting to that 195 in the last 5 overs, they were devastating. So the RCB bowlers also missed their mark, and they will look to correct these things. Their middle order tempo in terms of strike rate and their death bowling. If they can sort it out, then I think they are a very good team. They are a very good team on paper. Just that the execution part was missing in the last match, but still, it has been a very good start as a whole for RCB.
And Snehashish, when we're looking at the pitch, I was just going through the pitch report, and it seems like the pitch that is being used today is on the slower side. So it's a good opportunity for Saika Ishak and Amelia Kerr to sort of step up, especially Saika Ishak, since she has to make a big mark now. She has been doing well uh, previously before the IPL. So what are your thoughts on her?
Yes, Saika Ishak was brilliant in the first season of the WPL, as we all know. But in this season, so far she had been okayish, but not so much lethal like the last season. So I think this might be a game that she will be looking to perform her best. And I think along with Amelia Kerr was super in the first game. I think she was the player of the match also. With the bat also, she scored some crucial runs. So I think along with Amelia Kerr and those 8 overs will be crucial for Mumbai, and that will be difficult for the batters also because lot of right-handers there in the middle orders. So the against the leg spin, I think it will be difficult to hit. And okay, as you said, the pitch is on slower side, so sometimes the ball will grip or the ball will much spin. But the best thing for Mumbai is that they have won the toss, and hopefully in the second innings the ball will not grip as much as it will in the first, for the first half of the match. So I think that will be crucial. So this pair, like you said, Emilia and Saika Ishak will be crucial for Mumbai. Those 8 overs will be vital.
And just
And
to
it's
add on to that
yeah.
RCB point, I said they had to promote Sabinani Meghna because Elise Perry was not there in the last match. But good news for RCB is that she is back.
Okay.
I was going to ask the same question to Ishan, that Elise Perry is back and that adds, the batting firepower that RCB needed in the last match. So how do you
Yes.
think things look for RCB now? Better?
It's looking very strong, Agi, because with Smriti Mandhana's form, and then if you have someone like Perry coming in next, I think it's just looking like a very strong batting lineup. And she's that X factor for the team. She is someone who's just can up the tempo at any time. And Elise Perry is just a match winner from any she can win you a match from any situation, like we mentioned last time as well. So I think that RCB squad will be extremely happy that she's back because you want your best playing level, like I mentioned earlier as well. So Elise Perry is just the best thing that could happen to this RCB side, and she's a complete freak. The other day I was seeing a reel on Instagram. She's scoring a goal, hitting a six. So it just shows that this is someone who can really change the game. So I'm scared for the Mumbai Indians, if you're asking me.
She's freakishly good at batting and bowling, and also fielding.
And
But
football
Scoring.
also.
yeah, why is she good at so many things at once? I mean,
Yes,
so much
yeah,
talent.
you guys know this fact, right? You guys know this
Yeah.
fact, right? Elise Perry has played in FIFA World Cup
Yes.
Yes.
And
Who
she has a
doesn't know
World
that?
and scored a
Yes.
banger also.
I think it's Meg Lanning also who has played hockey, if I'm not wrong, and on a good level. I'm not sure who it is, but someone from the Australian team has played either hockey or volleyball
Okay.
internationally. So it's a team full of very, very talented players. But talking about Elise Perry and the replacement that we had for her in the last game, Nadine D. Clark, she also took two
Yeah.
wickets and with a brilliant economy. But She'll be feeling really bad today, wouldn't she, Shubhan?
No, that's what the nature of RCB teams have been. In the past as well. They packed their teams with foreign players, superstars, and when you see the squad on paper, you will feel like, okay, I'll play him, or play her. But when it comes to the match day, you will be like, okay, my four overseas players are already filled up, whom to play and whom to not play. But currently, they have the best four foreigners who are playing right now. Elise Perry, Sophie Molino, Georgia Wareham, and Sophie Devine, of course. Sophie Devine has not started to fire yet, but if she gets going, then she will be very dangerous. But apart from that, players keep on missing. It is how the format is built. It is how the IPL and WPL is built, that you can only play four players, five players. That's max. They had, especially the women's cricketers, have that liberty. The teams franchisee have liberty that if they pick one from the associate nation, then they can play her in that playing 11. But apart from that, it is the nature of the format and the rules that you just can't play more than four overseas players in that 11.
And Sneha, she's talking about all-rounders who are firing. Amelia Kerr, I think, has to be at the one spot when we look at the two teams. How much of a threat will she be for RCB today?
Yeah, definitely. As I said earlier, also that along with Shaika Ishak, she will be crucial. That 8 overs, and we have seen her performing in the last WPL also, and in several international matches for New Zealand also. I have seen see her performing with bat and ball both, and she has been brilliant. Like in the shorter format, she has been brilliant for both in WPL also. I saw her performing in a consistent rate. So that's why Amelia Kerr is a very special player, and I think Mumbai is very lucky to have her. And I think today also in this ground, as you said, when they are going to defend the total, she will be a player to watch out for Mumbai.
And
And I think having all rounders in your
yeah.
squad always helps, Gagi, I feel. So, if you have someone who can do both and perform at doing both, when you can get wickets and also score runs, it's just an added benefit. So, I think the Mumbai Indian squad would be happy to have someone like her, because if you don't have someone on top like Harmanpreet, who normally, bats up the order, you want someone at least in the lower ends who can support the side. So, I think she's someone who can possibly do that with the bat and the ball.
And I'm straying off the topic a little bit, not WPL, but when we talk about Gujarat Giants, watching that match, the last match that happened, UP Warriors versus Gujarat Giants, what is going on with the team? I mean, they finished last in the WPL as well, and now we're looking at the team, and there are no, like, nothing has changed. Shubhan.
You look at the batting order of both the teams, and the answer will be clear. If you look at, let me just open up the playing. You see Elisa Healy with Kiran Navgire, followed by another power hitter, followed by another power hitter, followed by another power hitter. So five power hitters in that top five. Top five, that makes a huge difference. Plus they have some quality spinners also. UP Warriors beat Sophie Eccleston, beat Deepti Sharma. So two world-class spinners. They operate at international very high level. So that says a lot about this UP Warriors team. I still feel their pace attack is very poor, very ordinary. But ultimately, the difference between Gujarat and UP Warriors was there in that batting unit. The approach, with which they came out all guns blazing. Gujarat Giants, sorry, it feels like they are operating at a very mediocre mid strike rate level. So hopefully that will improve in the coming games, and they can find something different in their upcoming games.
Snehashish, what do you think?
I think they are yet to find the proper 11 of there, because they are fully confused who will bat, who will open the innings, who will be your 3, 4, 5, and who will be your perfect all rounder. They are fully confused, and as we are discussing yesterday also in the live, that when they are still not, they are still finding the right place for Phoebe Litchfield to use, like where
Hmm.
she will sit, like in the middle order, or they should try her in the opening slot, or you could try Beth Mooney in the middle order. So they're fully confused. three matches gone. In three matches, they are using a different combination to find the right solution. But in all three matches, they are yet to find the right combination. One time they are using Veda Krishnamurti in the opening slot. One time they are using Harlinder in the opening slot. So I think it's full confusing, and I think the time is running out for them. If in the next match they are yet to win, I think again this year WPL is over for them.
Yes,
And
Gagi,
before
and
we
And
wrap it,
just to add one point, your
add
power
one
play
point.
is the area where power play is the area where the batters tend to score the most maximum runs, higher tempo, get ahead of the game. But you look at their top three. Laura Woolward is a touch player, gap player. Beth Mooney is a gap player, touch player. Harleen Deol is a gap player, touch player. So no power hitter at all in the front three. Number four is Phoebe Litchfield and number five is Ash Gardner. If I am sitting in that Gujarat dugout losing three on the trot, I will feel why not open with with a wild slog and open with Ash Gardner or a Phoebe Litchfield and see what happens. Because that top three will not give you a strike rate at which Elisa Haley and Kiran Navgiri or Elisa Haley or Chamara Attapattu or some other combination can operate at. Just to give that extra impetus. Why not?
Siddharth here thinks that WPL, not WPL, I think he means Gujarat Giants must think to change the ownership of the franchise, but I don't think ownership has to do
ownership,
anything with the
yeah.
execution on the field. But let's see what
It's a
happens with
business. It's a
it's.
business. No one is selling IPL or WPL business properties. No one.
But before we wrap up, Ishan, I need to know the predictions, and let's start with you. How
Mm,
much runs will RCB put on the scoreboard, and who will win?
okay, I think RCB is going to put on with the form that Smithy is in from the last game. I think they might get somewhere around 160, 170.
I think
And
you were quite close yesterday, right?
sorry?
You were quite close with your prediction yesterday.
I was quite close. Yeah. So I'm hoping I'll be close again today. Yeah. So I think 160, 170. And I think Mumbai Indians might fall short today because I think there's no Harmanpreet Kaur and they might miss her in today's game. So I think they
Ooh.
might miss this game. Yeah, RCB should win, I feel.
Shubhan?
You guys remember Sarfaraz Ahmed's answer during the 2019 pre-World Cup press conference? Pre-World Cup press conference before that.
Nothing
No.
to add.
What?
Same to
Remind us.
same, nothing difference. My answer is also same to same, nothing different.
Oh, acha, okay. Snehashish?
Same 175 and RCB
Same.
winning.
No one predicts 200 or anything like that? No, okay, okay.
It's a
I'll
rarity.
also,
Unless a full-fledged Australian team is playing, I think it's a rarity in women's cricket. With all due
Sophie
respect.
Devine,
WPL rules will have to
un-
be changed then.
unless Sophie Divine Storm hit the Chinnaswamy, it
Ah,
is not
yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
happening.
you can do that. But I also
yeah.
predict like 156 and RCB win.
Oh,
RCB?
nice.
Okay.
Precise.
So all
Very
RCB.
precise.
Let's see who wins the
Hmm.
prediction war. We should start having, like rewards or something. So
Yeah.
Whoever predicts it the most wrong, he or she will treat us in the next meeting.
yeah, we should keep track now. But yeah, that wraps up our conversation. We'll be here at the end of the match. So stay tuned to Ref Sports.